Hey guys, this is Nate Jackson, and I wanted to give you a quick overview, just a little further explanation with the OG Graph Search and how to use it to get the best results, to make sure that you're getting files that are being populated with the results of leads that you're looking for. So one thing that's useful when using the OG Graph Search is to make sure that you're inputting a valid search, that the type of search that FB Virtual Assistant is actually looking for. I'm going to give you some examples of some do's and some don'ts. The best way to get good results in OG Graph Search is to use a search that returns a list that strictly contains a list of people. And the best way to do that is to begin the search with something like people who, or friends of, or men who, or women who, or something like that. You can't just type in a search term like Google, and you have to phrase it more in more of a complete sentence to help Facebook to filter down the results to what you want. So, for example, if you're searching for someone named John Smith, you don't want to go to here. Best is just to go to Facebook itself and type in the search you're looking for, and you see this icon here, this blue icon with the two silhouettes of people. You want to make sure that the search term that you're entering returns a result with this icon as the very top list of results, and that's usually going to mirror exactly. It's going to reflect exactly what you type. The first result is always going to reflect what you type exactly, and if that first result has a blue icon with the silhouette of people, that's going to give you results that will populate the file. So let's say, for example, you're looking for someone named John Smith. Well, you can't just go to the search bar and type John Smith, because that's going to give you a magnifying glass. And so it's going to search John Smith, but it's going to search groups, pages, posts, and everything that it can think of, everything that's possible that returns a list of John Smith. So we have posts here with someone named John Smith tagged. We have another post by someone named John Smith. We have a post for Pocahontas, by Pocahontas, that tags John Smith. So you can't just type the name of a person that you're looking for. But if you change it to people named John Smith, this is what Graph Search is designed to do. It's designed to let you type in a phrase that gives you the results that you want. So you see, when we look for people named John Smith, then we get the blue icon with the white silhouette. And that's going to return a list of people on Facebook profiles. And that's what you're looking for with the OG Graph Search right now. It's designed to return a list of people. So we have all these John Smiths that are popping up just by changing the search term to people named John Smith. Or if you wanted to find friends of John Smith, then you may or may not, I didn't get anything for that because I don't have a friend named John Smith. So let's say friends of Nate Jackson, and so that pops up, and friends of my other friends' names are popping up. So if you want to search for friends of someone, it's either someone that you should be a friend with, or that's the best way to do it, friends of someone that you're a friend with. So let's say you want to find men named John Smith, or men named Nate Jackson. Then you see you get the blue icon here, and you're going to get a list of people named Nate Jackson. Okay. So let's see what happens if we just type in a search for Nate Jackson. Okay, you see the results here. First is going to be this is my profile. This is someone else. This is one of my pages. This is one of my pages. This is one of my pages. And then this is a list of people named Nate Jackson. And the actual search term says find all people named Nate Jackson. So if we were to modify this search term to find all people named Nate Jackson, or find people, all people named Nate Jackson, then you'll see that the blue icon with the white silhouette appears first, and if you click that, then you're going to get a list of profiles of people named Nate Jackson. So that's the way that you get Graph Search to do what you want, is you have to phrase it in a way that Graph Search is expecting in order to filter down to a list of people. So let's look at another example. We're going to look at people by profession. So let's find we're looking for real estate agents. We type in real estate agents, and you see here we get, once again, we get the magnifying glass. And if we click that, because that's what FB Virtual Assistant is going to do, is going to click it, and you see you're not going to get a list of profiles of people who work as real estate agents. You're going to get a list of posts about real estate agents. You're going to get posts by people who mention real estate agents. So you're not going to get a list of profiles, which is what you want, which is what you're searching for when you use the OG Graph Search. However, if we change this to people who work as real estate agents, that didn't do it. Let's try at. That's not what we want. Okay, people who work as real estate agents. Okay, it did work. So if you look for people who work as real estate agents, because it's looking for that profession. You know, when you fill out your Facebook profile and you put in your profession and where you work, that's what it is looking for. What is filled out in that term when you type in people who work as real estate agents. And so you click that, and then you'll get a list of people who work as real estate agents. Let's see here. Realtor at Weichert Realtors, blah, blah, blah. Realtor at Century 21, real estate agent at Monarch Real Estate Group, realtor at Keller Williams, realtor at Keller Williams. So that's what in order to find a person by profession, you want to type people who work as something. You can also type in people who like I don't know, people who like music. Let's just type people who like music. You see that returns a list of different choices. The first one is people. The first one is verbatim what you typed in. It's always going to be verbatim what you type in. So people who like music, or people who like John Steinbeck. Okay, people who like John Steinbeck. You type that in, and it's going to give you a list of people, because you get you have to make sure that your search gives you that blue icon with the silhouette of people. Let's say people who belong to groups named, I don't know. Let's type in friends of people who belong to groups named real estate. Okay. So we get something. It's not exactly what we want, but we see the icon here. And maybe I should type friends correctly. How about that? Okay, so so friends of people who belong to groups named real estate. So you see here, these are all people that are friends with people who belong to groups named real estate. Friends with people who belong to groups named real estate. Friends with people who belong to groups named real estate. All the way down. People who belong to groups named real estate. So that's going to give you what you want if you can filter it by people, or friends of people, or friends of a particular friend. Let's see. This is one of my friends. Friends of Isaac Jackson, who belongs to groups named real estate. No results. Okay, so doesn't have any. But that would, if there were, then that would give you some results. So let's just type in Nate Jackson. So I have friends who belong in groups named real estate, and so it works. Now, so what you want to do is, just to make sure that you're getting good results, is first do a test run in Facebook, or you can do it if you can see the browser. I know it's not very visible right now in FB Virtual Assistant, but if you can see the browser at the bottom of the window in FB Virtual Assistant, you can type in your search, and just see if that first result gives you this blue icon with the white silhouette? And if so, then you're going to get some results. If not, you'll probably end up with an empty file. And I've had some people who've had that problem before, but it's just a matter of understanding what Graph Search is looking for and how OG Graph Search works in when dealing with the Facebook results. So it works really well. And also there's a video that if you want to get more information of how Graph Search works, Facebook has some information. I don't remember exactly how to get to it, but I'll find it here and give you the URL, and I'll also include it in this video link on the email. The video link on YouTube and in the email that I send out. So it's called Introducing Graph Search Facebook. Facebook.com/about/graph search. I believe this is, yes. Facebook.com/about/graph search. There's some videos on here that explain how it's used for the best results. And right now, remember that OG Graph Search is designed to compile a list of people and return those results. And I'm still building it out so that we'll be able to pull posts and we'll be able to pull pages. And in the meantime, if you want groups, you can use the group Gorilla to find groups that you're looking for. So these are examples of the different ways that you can use Graph Search. These popping up here, and there's also a couple of videos that you can watch that give you a better sense for how Graph Search works, because it's different from a traditional search like Google or Yahoo or Bing. So it's a lot more. I think it's a lot more powerful, and you can be a lot more targeted with the OG Graph Search. Okay, so let's get into a real-world example of how you could use the OG Graph Search and apply it to your business. Let's say you're a home inspector and you just moved to a new city. Let's say you just moved to New York City, and you want to network with real estate agents and realtors in that area so that you can have some contacts and so that you can be a source of a referral for people who are buying new homes. So you want to find real estate agents in New York City. So one way to find this exact search is to type in people who work as real estate agents and live in New York City. So we'll type that in. Okay, so let's look at what we typed in. We have people who work as real estate agent and live in New York, New York. So we're going to click search. There it is, people who work as real estate agents and live in New York, New York. So then it starts to go down through the results. Let me drop this down a little bit here. And it's going to start scrolling through these people. And you, as a home inspector, can start to network with these people and give them your information and hopefully get some business from it. So we're finding real estate brokers, and real estate agents who live in New York, New York. So that's perfect. So we go to the FBVA folder. Go to the FBVA folder and then the people folder inside there. FBVA people. And what's the file that we currently have updating? Right here. Table, people who work as real estate agent and live in New York, New York. So, and you can see the folder size and the size are constantly increasing because it's still being populated. Okay, so we found 72 results. Here it went from 5 to 6. We found 72 results for people who work as real estate agent and live in New York, New York. And your search results are going to be dependent on your personal friends network, so every person is going to get different results. So some will get more, some will get less. If you have a lot of contacts in your Facebook profile who are in real estate, you're going to have more. If you don't, you're going to have less. So, and as also with the geography. So we look inside this file, open with OpenOffice Calc. One thing that's important is when you're running Graph Search, or if you're running any of the functions on FB Virtual Assistant, make sure you don't open any files that are currently being updated or populated, because you're going to get errors if you open the files while the program is running, because the program, in order to be able to save to a file, the file needs to be you can't have the file open, or you'll get a write error. So just make sure that you don't tamper with any files until a search is done, completed running, or if you've stopped it or paused it. So let's get this file open. And here it is. So we have the user ID, the Facebook profile URL. I'm sorry, the the email address and the Facebook profile URL. So, and we have 72 results, just like it said. So that's one way to use it. I'll update this with more examples. Just wanted to show you that, and also just to make sure that you don't open the file while it's running, because that will give you errors. So I'm going to run out of video soon, so I think I've covered everything I wanted to cover. There are going to be some updates coming out really soon for different things. I'm not going to be specific because this video needs to be kind of evergreen. But just look for some updates because I'm always updating the program. How about that? All right, this is Nate Jackson. I'm going to sign out, and I'll talk to you soon. If you have any questions or comments, just leave me a comment, or you know how to reach me. If you're a customer, you can reach me through the help desk. Thanks a lot.